Okay, there are a couple of ways you can easily highlight or see your shifts or shifts assigned to another. Here I'm signed in as Annie, and if you just go to the month view and if you click me, it'll show you just shifts assigned to you. Alternatively, if you are looking for another person's shifts, you can highlight a given person, in this case Andy, and right click. Now this right click menu is new. One of the options is to highlight this person, and as you do that, it will highlight in background color shifts assigned to Andy. These are particularly good when you're trying to find incentive shifts. You can highlight another, and when you do that, this side panel opens up, and incentive shifts are now called incentive instead of need moonlighting, right there. Now this shows you available incentive shifts, and it just helps you visualize it a little bit better. The background highlight will correspond to the same color, and so green is for incentive shifts now, and Andy is this kind of whatever color that is. You can stack a number of these different highlighted shifts on top of each other. Just keep clicking them. And if you don't like the color of that particular highlight, you can just change it by re-clicking it, and I'll pick some other random color. These highlights will persist over month-to-month viewing, but they will not persist from session to session. In other words, they'll be gone when you sign out. Remember, you can also look at any shifts by going to the dynamic table and putting in a name, shifts. You can go by month. Those are hers in February. Going back to the month view, take a look that you can much more easily assign yourself to a shift. In this case, an incentive shift. If you hover over it, right click, and say place me there, it will do that. It will show you that you now have that shift, and it will highlight according to the previous rules of highlighting. You can use the right click menu to much more easily make one-way trades. In this case, I'm signed in as Annie. I'm going to assign plumber to this shift by right clicking, place another, type in a few letters of my last name, click, and that shift is now plumbers. Right there. The biggest improvement and the technically hardest thing to do was this intersession concurrency. And what I mean by that is the following. If there are two sessions, here Annie is in one, here I'm in another, and we're both considering shifts to request on, then it's important for me to know what shifts are requested by other people, and it has to keep up with that real time. If Annie chooses this shift over here where John Cole is and clicks it, her name appears there. She moves into that, and my session will now indicate that that is a chosen shift. Alternatively, if she were to request it off, that shift would go back to somebody else, and it would simultaneously appear available to me.